Good morning. It's Sunday morning, July 19th. So I want to give you just a quick, hopefully, video update of where we are in the course and give you a way to compare where you're at and where you need to go for success, as we are now about reaching that halfway point in the course. So let me share my screen here with you. Going to go into Canvas to show I've updated the tracking that I've shown before. Hopefully you've been looking at that. If you haven't been, then this looks new to you. Then you should start using it from here. So this is what Canvas should look like as you come in as a student. And I just want to highlight a couple things. For taking the test, you go to the proctored settings. Most of you should have already done this with test one, but there are a number of you who have not yet taken test one. And so you're going to need to, when you do it, it's going to ask for a password. All the instructions here for getting through the system, the passwords are stored in the RPNow system. So this will get you through it. If you haven't taken test one now, you look in your grade book, hopefully this will wake you up that it needs to be taken by this Thursday. You'll see a 0 in the grade book for it. That is a temporary 0. I need you to take test one by this Thursday to have any sort of hope of being able to finish this course. Now, if that doesn't happen, remember, it is impossible to fail this course. You will either earn a C or better by finishing all the topics and all of the tests, and hopefully all of the written problem sets, or you will receive a Z, which means in progress, and you will have another semester to complete the course using a stretch course. If you're, there's information in the syllabus, which I'll point out later, about that stretch course. But for here, I want to focus on getting success. So get your topics completed for objective one, take test one. For those of you who have already taken test one, or maybe even passed it, you'll be looking at test two and on. So you should be taking those. There are study guides here. And again, I did show how to use test one. You have to copy and paste the topics into ALEKS to get problems to study from. Test 2, 3, and the final actually have problems from ALEKS already in a PDF. So, you know, there's different ways of studying, but we give you problems that you can focus on. From those that we give you, somewhere between 27 to 30 or 40 problems to work through different topics. There will be 11 topics on each of the tests 1 through 3, and on the final, I believe there are 16 topics that will be on there. Okay, so there's other student resources. Now let's get to the grades. Now remember, when you click on your grades, you want to have this on assignment group. If it's anything else, it's organized differently, so make sure you choose assignment group and click apply. It will organize it in the way I'm going to show you on this video, so it's easy to see things. So I can see my tests right here at the top. I got a 92. I just put it in there, but hopefully it would have done better. Problem set was late, so it's marked as missing. I did update my score. So again, if you're running behind on those, I do want you to complete them. I do allow revisions on written work, so go back and review your work, work with myself or Tristan, and let's get these all to 25 to get your understanding. The problem sets also are great ways to study for the test, because it's problem set 2 will be content that will be on test 2. Problem set 3, content that will be on test 3. Topic goals get updated. I'm going to make them manual because some of you have actually already finished the course, so you can't earn any more topics. So I'm going to manually be updating it. So you'll probably see these later Monday morning. They won't be automatic anymore, but I'll keep on top of that. Participation points, as long as you're hitting your topic goals, you'll get your participation points. If you don't hit your topic goal, but you have enough hours in the course, according to the syllabus, you'll still get your full 3 points each week. Okay. So that's it. And then now we're down to the information. So I've got earned topics, and I'll show you how you can match this up. These numbers come right out of ALEKS. They may be different slightly, because as you work in ALEKS, I try to update these every day. I got a little bit behind, but so as you work, you'll change these. So I have 228, which means 362 minus 228 gives us 134. I have the calculations done for us. So I have 134 that I need to complete. My current pace is 5.5 hours. ALEKS, remember, tracks this for you, how fast you're getting things done. So it gives you a way to say, oh, I've got about 24 hours left at this pace to finish these topics. That's what those numbers are. Now, it doesn't include study time for tests or written worksheets or anything, but that's just this 24 hours will be just to complete these topics at my current pace. Now, if I slow down, it's going to take longer. If I become more efficient and able to speed up, again, it's not about speed, but sometimes I might go faster, right? So it's a variable, but it's giving me a snapshot. So now for test 2, I notice it's changed. This used to be for test 1, but we're going to focus on test 2. If you haven't done test 1, you got to get those things done and go on. So you may see this, there's only 99 topics that are in objective 2. If your number is bigger than 99, it means you haven't finished test 1 yet, and so I've thrown those in. So anyway, so in my grade book here that I'm looking at, I got 65 to complete. At my current rate, it's going to take almost 12 hours to get these topics done. So it's giving me an idea of how long it's going to take me. And these are based on what I do, right? They're based on my progress through the course. So these are individualized. So, and then the bottom, this is kind of a big overview. This is just what I need to do to complete the course. For the remaining topics I have left, we've got 22 days in the course. I think I cut off the last day so that you could, to finish by the day before the last day. I need to do a little more than 6 a day. These are daily goals. I should be planning to work at least an hour a day in the course, because that's what my pace is telling me. Now, these are minimums. Sometimes, again, you may learn some topics, but you don't master them right away. So we're kind of, some of us are doing this, I learn them, but I don't master them. So then I have to learn them again and then till I master them. So it's a good thing to think is 10 a day and maybe 2 to 3 hours a day. If you're willing to do that, you will be successful. But, if your hours here say 4 hours a day and you're only putting in 2, the metrics are saying you're not doing enough to be successful. If it says 4 and you're putting in the 4, okay, that's the minimum. You might have to put in 5 or 6. It's all personalized. Okay, so just be ready. And then down here gives you your totals. Notice you do not have ALEKS Mastery in that. We put that's your pie. That'll go in at the end once you finish, because you don't want to see it now. If you've only got 50%, you don't want a 50% here. That doesn't help the grade. But remember, most of your grade is going to come from these tests. So test 1 was 10%. Test 2 and 3 together are 30%, and the final exam's 20%. So we'll take a look at the syllabus here in a moment, but those are what you got to focus on. So now, where do these numbers come from, and how can I look at them directly in ALEKS? Well, let's go to student mode. Now, actually, I didn't take test 1, so I just put in a value, but so it's saying I should take it. Okay, so this is my student account. But notice I have the 228 topics, and you'll see over here, let's see if I can get them on a split screen. It might not look real good, but yeah, so there's the 228 is coming right there. Those match. This is a calculation, and this don't directly show up. But this needed for test 2, the 65. Watch this. When I go here and I go to reports, it's going to give me a nice little screen, and it gives me an objective report, and it shows I have 65 topics of the 99 to complete to get objective 2 finish, which means I'll be ready for test 2. So that's this, and this should pretty much match. And again, if they're not, if you're in objective 1 still, you're going to have these 99 plus, so you might not see it in ALEKS. But for those of you on objective 2, as you work through it, that's another place to see it. So as you work some more topics, this won't get updated except daily, so you can always come back here and check. And again, the thing I give you is I take some other information from ALEKS and say, well, you should plan, it'll be about 12 hours for you to finish, for me, in this case, 12 hours for me to finish up these 65 topics. So that gives me an estimate of the work ahead of me. Okay, so I can see the data in ALEKS itself. Each of us have access to this. And again, there's ways to go back and review things we've already learned. There's ways to get into the learning. And remember, sometimes after you've got like 95%, let me see, even test 1, objective 1, I've got 99%, which means I didn't get 100%. I still got one thing. And eventually I'll be forced to go back and do this. And I said, I don't want to do it now. That's fine, move forward. Eventually you're going to have to do this. So, but if you've got maybe only 95% there, you want to come back before you take test 1, I would say, and do this. Yeah, this was not a fun one. So, again, this is a way we can go back into it, even though ALEKS has pushed us on into it. Okay, we still have weekly goals, and those are made to push you forward. Do your best to keep those up. That's about 70 topics a week. Keep moving forward. Even if you're ahead of the class, try to keep making those weekly goals. Once you do finish all the topic goals, all the topics, you will receive 100% for the topics after, the topic goals after that, because once you finish, you can't do any more. Does that make sense? Okay, so now, finally, where are we with the course? So I'm in the syllabus and I'm on page 7 as it shows. What I want to do is I'm going to back up here. If we go to page 6, since we're in week 3 and today is the 19th, this kind of gives you that you should be at least at 180 topics. If you're not, we got to get caught up because we got to get here to the 362 by the end of the course. Now it could be a day or two behind this, but 8/11 is when the course ends. So we really want to get you to this level, putting in the time that's needed. So 180, if you're ahead of 180, you're in good shape, okay? Keep moving forward. Behind 180, let's get you caught up to that. Okay, so it tells us, because sometimes even if you're making these weekly goals of 70 topics, if you don't master them, they get thrown back in there and you have to learn them until you really learn them and master them. So I've had students, you could be doing the same 70, learning them but not mastering them, and do another 70. You could keep making your weekly goals, but again, you're just staying in place. You're not, you got to look at this. Where's your total topics at? So look at both. Okay, come back down here. We're on the 19th, which is here. This is a great way to keep track. Test 1 was on track date was the 7/16. That's come and went. Some of you have completed it, some have not. The hard test deadline is this Thursday. So for those who have not taken test 1, you now have a 0 in the grade book for that. Hopefully that gets your attention and gets you to move forward so that by Thursday you're going to take test 1. Test 2 is coming right up, the 26th, this next Sunday, so a week from today, is the on-track day for test 2 with a follow-up, a hard deadline's not till the August 2nd. So we do have some time on that, but if at all possible, the goal is for you to finish test 2 by 7/26 and keep you moving forward. So use the metrics, your personalized metrics, to figure out how much time you need to be spending each day to make that progress, make those decisions, make those plans. And remember, we've got a number amount of office hours, about 3 a day. Come see me in the morning. I've had a few students stop by and we work through a few problems together. I've got a board where I can write and we can share. I've got a calculator where I can show you the buttons I'm pushing. When you get to the graphing, I can show you techniques that I've learned over the let's see, I've been teaching for, I don't know, too long, more than 20 years. We'll just keep it at that. Much more. But anyway, I've picked up some techniques. I'll share them with you. And a lot of times we can find a way that works for you. Alex gives you some good starter places, but I know multiple techniques as well, as does Tristan. And what we do is we try to personalize. We get to know how you learn, how you think, how you study, and we will help you personalize your methods of doing math so that you find the success that you desire and that we desire for you. Okay, so keep up the work, keep up the progress. There is no losing here. The further you get, even if you aren't able to finish the course, the more you learn now. If you don't finish, you'll get a Z, which just means in progress. You'll take a stretch course. I would suggest in the fall, it doesn't have to be, but I would suggest you continue on with it. You'll take a new initial knowledge check, which will hopefully, with all the things that you've learned and mastered, put you with about where you left off here. Then you'll be able to finish the topics, retake all the tests, or take them, if you didn't get to take them. You'll go through that course. It does not cost any additional tuition dollars. There typically is a programming fee, but it's minor. Okay, so it's a 0 credit course. When you finish that, what they do is the grade you earn in that stress course goes back and replaces the Z here. But for the vast majority of you, we are hoping you will find success by August 11th. You will get all the way through the topics. You will get through each of the 4 tests, and you will end with a grade of C or better. Hopefully much better. B's or A's is really good. And if you're working through the mastery, you will get there. Okay, so keep up the progress. Check in with us. We need to hear from you. We want to work with you. Tristan has, I think, about 2 hours of office hours every day. I think his are from, so check Canvas. It's right there while we're here, right? Let me go back. I unshared my screen prematurely, but that's okay. So remember to check office hours. Is go to the home screen. There it is, syllabus and office hours. Just come here, office hours. There's Little Crow, 8:30 to 9:30. I'm a morning person. I get up early and I like to just, let's do it. Remember, there is by appointment. I've met in the afternoon with a couple of you when needed. Just let me know. And here's my link. Just click on this link, and between 8:30 and 9:30, I'm there. You will pop into the Zoom course, and if you're shy, don't worry. You don't have to have your video on. We can communicate through chat if need be, but audio is good. One student got on, he couldn't get his audio to work, so we were able to make it all work through the chat and sharing the screen and stuff, so that's good. And Tristan's office hours, you see here, from 12 to 2 on most days. He does have a password protection because I should probably do that. I'll have to have him teach me how. But yeah, so it makes it a little more secure. So anyway, keep on track. We're here to help you. Let's make it all successful. Thank you, and have a wonderful, beautiful day. Take care. Bye-bye.